Time for another week of Castranger, and there appears to be someone new in our voice chat this week.
Yes, that would be whoever I am.
Whoever you are.
Yes.
Yeah, Matt got lonely in the basement, so I thought I'd get him a friend.
Oh, Matt. Good old Matt.
Yeah.
Have you been stuffing more content creators in our basement, Gar?
Let's see here. There's Markotatsu, Vintage Henshin, Iron Mouse.
Why is this guy dressed up like half of a Zeo Ranger and half Kamen Rider Agito? Huh.
And both just happen to be on the bottom half.
I was about to say, that's a clever new double form.
It's pretty badass, though.
It is. Specifically Gold Ranger.
So you got those gold pants.
Anyway, cue the roll call.
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect!
Show running super savant. Level up. Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse, Yellowcaster, Ultra Guard.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 514.
Episode Simiseer.
Episode Big Fire Monkey, I think.
Yeah, it's Big Fire.
The bigger fire monkey.
There he is.
The bigger, the hotter, the derpier.
He's got a bad hair day.
And to clarify, I mean hotter in temperature, not that other way, you freaks.
Oh no, he's hot.
It's Infernape at home.
That wishes it was Infernape at home. That's like Infernape at the dollar store.
Anyways, I'm super happy because I finally got all my Valen stuff. I got my chocolate gun, I got my Valen Buster, I got various Gozyuzos. I'm extremely happy. Took 2 months.
You got your Gojizo electric chair playset.
I did, and I've been playing the shit out of it. It's great.
Anyway, would our guest for this week's episode please introduce himself?
Yes, my name is ZeoAgito. I'm a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. Pretty much I do toku reviews regarding the latest shows, whether it's Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, sometimes I squeeze in something in between. Been doing this for about 3 years now at 3,800 subs.
You mean there's someone out there besides us who does weekly episodes to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing?
Pretty much.
Even better, there's someone that does it with a higher view count.
I mean, you can't get much lower than us. Although I will say, I meant to mention this on the air last week. We passed 2,400 YouTube subs last week, which means we now have more subs than the Ixie Studios channel I started several years before.
Yeah.
Hey, turn up.
People love us. For some reason.
Yeah. Or they're all bots. Who the fuck knows?
I feel like they would be wiped by now if they were bots.
If you're listening and you're not a bot, please post in the comments. Thank you.
That's right.
Why is it just a bunch of binary code?
If you're listening and you are a bot, please also post in the comments, because engagement numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes when you just randomly lose subs, it's usually bots getting wiped off. So
yeah. Anyway, for those listening to us for the first time, thank you for tuning in. We are a bunch of elemental monkeys, even though that bit has already been used, to get together every week to talk about, as previously said, Kamen Rider Super Sentai and a third thing. But we're doing things a little bit differently this week because of our very good friend guest here, ZeoAgito. Today, before we get to Kamen Rider Super Sentai, we are talking about the 3-part Friend in Need mini arc from the start of Season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, aka Mighty Morphin Power Rangers' absolutely not subtle way of providing a launch vehicle promotion, whatever you want to call it, for
Backdoor pilot.
Yeah, pretty much a pilot for Saban's Master Rider.
Yep.
And then after that, we're talking about Gavv episode 12 and Boonboomger episode 38.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just thought we would do it this way for this episode. because, as ZeoAgito mentions, he already talks about Kamen Rider, he already talks about Super Sentai. No real point in him treading over ground that he's already done. And I know he does a live podcast show as well with his friends on Friday nights. So why don't we...
At the same time.
Yeah, at the same time as us.
So I pushed mine back like an hour and 15 minutes just to squeeze on in here. But, I would have thought with the magic of editing, you could have just lied, still done the beginning portion, and then snuck this in on the back half.
You think this is Castranger? What do you think this is, Ultra Ranger?
The charm of our show is its unedited nature.
You still put in the fancy sound effects.
Oh, of course. We got sound effects.
That means you still have to sit through listening to the whole thing all over again.
Technically, no. They're all just done in while recording. I've become so good at producing this show that it needs very minimal editing. Literally, all I have to do is edit in the roll call.
Nice. The rest of us just don't hear it. Cool.
When you do a show for 10 years, you become efficient at it.
There you go.
All right, well, before we get to the actual episode discussion, we have some news to talk about.
Yeah, I got a first news story quickly. So we're getting a new Fortnite season very soon, and motherfucking Godzilla's gonna be in it.
And Kong.
And Kong, yeah. So literally, if you see in the background there, he's literally going to be walking around the map and just being Godzilla.
Just nuking everyone?
Giving everyone radiation.
Which means I personally get to fight Godzilla in Fortnite as RoboCop. It's going to be the coolest fucking thing ever. And Baymax is going to be in it too. So
fun.
Also, Garth, for you? Yeah, he's got the bala emote.
Yeah, I saw that in the trailer.
Yeah. Anyways, it's this next month of Fortnite's going to be fucking incredible.
If only it was Godzilla and Monster Hunter, then I would have something to be excited about. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I want Mechagodzilla in the game. That'd be amazing.
I want a Kaiju number 8 OVA or movie featuring the Toho monsters. They're willing to collab. Just give it to me.
All right. Well, biggest news story of the last week is the official reveal of number 1 Sentai Gozyuger's primary suits.
We Decker, we have a better image than that.
Yeah, we have the one without the fucking timestamps all over it.
The AI enhanced one that makes all the fingers all weird.
Oh,
it's not a big deal. But yeah, right after we recorded last week's, they revealed the logo, and now we have just the whole scan showing the suits and a little hint of the Megazord in the background. I like the suits. I really, really like the whole colors on the side, black in the middle aesthetic.
Yeah, I feel
Best
like
in Reiwa.
I feel like
hands down.
I feel like their chest logos are gonna like glow or something.
It definitely the chest pieces smack of O's. My guess is something's gonna light up on those.
Now, I will say I do like these suits. Like they are neat, but I like the Boonboomger suits just a bit more. I love the tire faces, and I love the
as we've said hundreds of times, I like the Boonboomger suits. The tire faces are an affront to God.
No, that's what I'm thinking. I like to think this is again Toei apologizing to Ichi for being like, we're sorry for making the dumb tire faces. Here you go. here's another cool Sentai suit. Like it was like you and Don Brothers and King Oger. King Oger was the biggest apology for you.
I do feel like this is geared towards me a little bit because this is we have a blue lion suit, and let's remember that my current favorite suit of all time is Kamen Rider Blades, who is also a blue lion.
Yeah, but no one's gonna beat frickin' Tombo Oger for you.
No, that's gonna be a challenge. What I'm happiest about my first thought looking at the suit is, thank fucking God, their gauntlet changers look nothing like the ones in my novel.
Also, the Black Ranger's a girl. That's awesome.
Yep.
I love that.
So yes, we've got Red Wolf, Blue Lion, Green Eagle, Yellow Tyrannosaurus, and Black Unicorn.
Wait, the Yellow Ranger's a T-Rex?
Yep.
Huh.
It's also nice to finally see a Green Ranger again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't
Since Kira Major.
Jesus Christ.
We went 4 fucking years without one.
God damn.
Also,
The thing is, it's like looking at the Green Ranger, because I had to, when I was working on my thumbnail earlier, I was like incredibly zoomed in to like the pixel count on like this image and the AI enhanced one. The green one on the back part, like I can't tell if it's got a really close skirt or not. Because when I was heavily zoomed in, it's like there's a little bit of a line and a little bit of a crease that you see on the back part of it, like it's additional fabric.
Oh no, I see what you mean.
I see what you're talking about, but I think that's just a crease in the spandex.
Because then when talking to my folks about it, they were like, well, it could be like a Rita situation where they had a male suit actor, in place on there, but the character, could be a female, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Could be a crease in the suit because it kind of resembles how Red in the waist also has like creases in his suit.
I like that the red on the Red Ranger. It's like a slightly darker shade of red. And I actually really like that.
Yeah,
I like the Aurora Borealis behind them.
It almost looks like the 119 undersuit finally got some usage after they abandoned it in Boonboomger.
Shit. I like 119.
Holy shit, I actually forgot about 119.
No,
I bet you did once those champion jackets showed up.
the only reason I remembered 119 exists is because last weekend Lane was here and we were watching the episodes live, and the superhero time bumper that came before the episodes still has 119 in it, and I'm like, why is that suit still there?
No, I love 119.
It's a nice suit. It's the best suit in the show. And it's gone.
It has the same problem as the base Boonboomger suits. The helmet is ugly as sin. I get that it's a firefighter, but you could have done such a better job with it. Anyways, I've talked forever about this. We don't need to rehash this content again.
But regarding these suits, the biggest thing that I got from it was very big martial arts vibe. I got like Dai Ranger, Geki Ranger vibe, specifically Geki Violet with red here.
This does feel like Geki Violet went and made his own team.
Which I'm just like, it's just, I need another martial arts based Sentai. Like, I need that in my life.
Yeah.
I hope it's sort of like Gao Ranger in the sense of like fighting style, where it's like they use their like animal instinct.
Well, they got claw hands, so you can see claws on those fingernails.
The claws on their right hands are their changers, if the rumors are to be believed.
I can't trust the Red Ranger though because he's a Red Lantern.
What I'm curious about though is the only ones I see with them on are red and black. The others don't have them, or at least we can't see greens. So
greens is the logo. Oh yeah, we also got the logo.
Yeah.
The show. Very, very Gao Ranger, Geki Ranger-esque with the animal head.
I like the other one, a fan custom filled in. Let me see if I can find it again.
Multicolored one.
Yeah.
The Cure.
Yeah, the rainbow one. Yeah.
Even though I don't think they use the correct colors.
Oh, here you go. I found it. Hang on.
Oh yeah, there's a ring gimmick in here. So yeah, their changers are gauntlets and their gimmicks are rings.
Yes, I like that more. That's prettier.
Even though black is not represented in that Radiant.
Black. Radiant Black. Everyone should go read Radiant Black right now.
I really hope all these guys are just their whole shtick is each of them are trying to fight over that they're the leader of the team.
That was my idea. I had that theory on weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that it's sound theory. So
I feel like it'd get boring.
Well, yeah, no, they'd only do it for a bit, and then they'd be like, "Oh, the red one's the best one of us."
They'll eventually realize they're all number one together.
I'm number one. Sure.
We are number one. Hey.
So I'm
just gonna hate the toys because that changer toy that's not gonna fit grown hands.
Probably not.
Yeah, as someone who also suffers from bare hand syndrome.
Yeah, I can just barely fit my hand into the Valen Buster.
They gotta announce that Memorial day one.
Yeah,
that was the reason why I held off on the Oja calibers. I was like, I don't want this little knife. Give me the real thing, and then they did. It was the earliest that we ever got one announced, and I'm like, now announce this one earlier.
Yes, thank you for segueing to the Memorial Oja caliber because I've been seeing videos over the last week of other people getting theirs, and Toku Collectibles still hasn't given me an ETA for mine.
Well, to be fair,
now they be like that.
Most of those videos of people showing it off are from, Japan.
Yeah, but I will say I'm happy to report that the reason I bought it turned out to be correct. I already mentioned this before we started recording, but I want to say it on the air. The reason I bought it is I was putting my faith in the ability to be able to spam the switches for the Ryoga Isen finisher, and as per the videos I've seen, you can in fact do that, so I'm happy to report my money has not been wasted.
Yay.
Can't wait for that premium Bandai Memorial Edition Boom Boom Changer. Where it comes with all the audio dialogue.
Yo, Memorial Boom Boom Change Axe? Gimme.
Probably just a changer.
No, it's got to be 1-to-1 scale change axe.
No.
They won't do the change axe because it's the worst changer design I've ever fucking seen.
No. It's just going to be the morpher.
I'd be okay with that too.
Oh, just a booster?
Yeah, just the booster, because you don't need the axe to transform with it.
Correct.
No, but it'd be nice to have like proper scale of the weapon,
That's too much money.
Yeah, that's too much.
Anyway,
you'll get the Mario Kart wheel and that's it. Don't make that.
I like the Gozyuger suits. They're not usually because I like stupid, wacky Sentai designs for the most part. But I will not deny that these suits are good. They do look really good.
Yes, I'm very excited to see more of this. We can also...
If this is what the team looks like, I can't imagine what the Sixth Ranger is gonna fucking look like.
Yeah, and we can't see terribly lot of it, but there's this little teaser of the Megazord in the background of this image. This looks cool.
It's neat.
Got a fist for a chest.
Looks like he has a Voltron-esque head where the jaw opens up on the lion, or it's underneath the lion head.
Yeah.
Lion. It's not a lion.
What if he's just a giant flying fist that transforms? I'd be down for that.
I think I saw someone posit that the changer does turn into the Megazord, and that'd be a fun idea. I think someone did say what the name of the Megazord is going to be, but
Gozyuger?
No. You spoiled my joke, Gar. Before someone said what it was, what I was saying was it's probably called Gozyuo because they can't call it Gozyujin.
Why not?
Because that was Gokai Silver's Megazord.
Yeah.
Oh, right. This is the new Gozyujin.
Or maybe they will call it Gozyujin just to fuck with that actor.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So looks like it's going to be something involving space, maybe like a Q Ranger style thing with the horoscopes.
I just can't wait to see what the whole #1 thing is about. That's fascinating.
What if? No, this is what I was thinking. Crazy idea, since they're all animals. Animals sort of predate humans in a sense. What if they're canonically the very first Super Sentai team?
Oh my god.
That would be interesting card to play.
Points in time or something?
We've got so many Sentai that have their origins deal back to prehistory already.
Yeah.
That it's just no, we gotta be even further beyond that.
Wouldn't that be interesting? They're all different, from different periods of time. That's why the Yellow Ranger's a T-Rex, so they're from prehistoric times.
So Power Rangers Dino Charge.
Yeah.
Coda the Caveman.
The return.
I can't wait for someone to make a music video of this to the fucking song from the Decade musical. Oretachi ga #1.
No, we gotta use We Are #1 from Lazy Town.
I mean, obviously people are gonna do that, but I didn't want to call attention to it.
Oh no, you have to. Absolutely.
Fuck. No. You know what we do? #1 from Bleach.
Yeah, just when the team debuts, just
baby now feel like #1.
That'd be cool.
Hell yeah. So yes, excited to see more of Gozyuger. Very interesting so far. Like the suits, like the Megazord. Excited.
Cool.
All right, next. Speaking of Boonboomger, there has been a posting for a Boonboomger Gochizo.
Oh, look! When it's open, it's holding a little steering wheel. It's adorable.
It's like it's driving its own box.
It's got the seatbelt on the front. It's so cute.
Well, yeah, because it's on the suits.
Yeah, it's so cute. I love it.
Box.
But then it gives Gavv a tire face.
Oh.
Yeah, look at this shit.
A literal Gavv tire face. Oh my god.
It's so fucking stupid, but I love it so much.
Now imagine the Valen form.
Oh my god, please. I love it. It's
Well,
so good.
you can have it for if you want it off Tokulectables. They're putting it up for pre-order for $52 US.
No thank you.
God damn, no.
No thank you. No. Tokulectable, unless you're American, like the site shits all over you.
No, not even then. Like, there's still a large tax on Tokulectable stuff, regardless. Because if you go on like Mercari or someplace like that and buy it directly from like Japan, they end up being like the equivalent of $12 to $20.
Yeah, like my Memorial Gearlinger was like $350 after everything.
I've only gone to Tokulectables for things I can't get directly off Amazon Japan.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got the cast announcement for the upcoming live-action Voltron film.
I'm actually looking forward to this.
So it looks like we are gonna have Henry Cavill in it, Sterling K. Brown, Rita.
I know that face.
Rita Ora, Alba Baptista, John Kim, Daniel Quintoy, Samson Kao, and Tharanya Tharan. Yeah. So these and then some of these were previously revealed. Film will be directed by Rawson Marshall Thunder, who did Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story, which is exciting to me, and also Central Intelligence.
Oh, that's the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine that was like Jake Peralta was trying to like interrogate to confess, and he was just being like such a stickler about everything. Oh, he was so good in that episode.
So which one of these guys do you think is going to be Hunk?
John Kim.
Samson Kao is my vote. He looks like the right kind of guy.
He looks hunkable.
I don't know why. I just look at his.
It's pretty hunky.
He makes me think of friggin' the guy from the Transformers movie.
Henry Cavill's just gonna be Voltron itself.
He'll use Suitmation peak.
He'll just be the stop motion acting for Voltron.
No, like the face comes down and it's just Henry Cavill's sculpted face. And Voltron.
Oh my
Henry
god.
Cavill is.
I can Photoshop that.
I want to see that so bad.
I love Ataro on our Discord. If you can dodge a wrench, you can pilot a robot.
Right?
Wait, they're all cats?
So let's see. So Rawson Marshall Thunder is directing, and also he is one of the film's producers, and also co-wrote the script with Ellen Shanman. Also producing the film are Hidden Pictures' Todd Lieberman, World Events Productions' Bob Koplar, and Hobie Films' David Hoberman.
Ellen Shanman.
Yeah. The film will be released by Amazon MGM Studios, and they will begin shooting this fall in Australia. Release date to be announced.
Oh, I can't wait for the leaked set photos.
I'm sorry. I heard MGM Studios, and now I'm just thinking, like, we're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz, but Photoshop fucking Voltron in the background.
I am Voltron!
Please ignore the man piloting the suit.
Please ignore the 5 people piloting the robot.
4 arms and legs.
If I only had a head. All right, cool. And our last news story, something I'm sad Emily's not here for, but the trademark was registered for the next Precure series. And the title is Kimi to Aidoru Precure, or as the English translation under it says, You and Idol Precure.
You and Idol. That's so fucking adorable.
So it's going to be
Idol.
It's going to be idol themed, which means a lot of music, dancing. Honestly, not
Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell has to be the villain.
I imagine there will be at least an idol contest arc somewhere in the show.
Wait a minute, we already have this. It's called Sento Gear.
Can't believe Hollow Cure is real.
Hatsune Miku. Hold on, Power Rangers is trending on Twitter? Gozyuger is trending on Twitter?
I will say I tweeted like the image and then the gif of Barney from Simpsons going, I like it! And that's been going pretty numbers.
Sailor Moon's trending on Twitter right now. Fuck.
I've stopped wondering why anything trends on Twitter. I finally got the functionality I wanted for Blue Sky, so I've been making my migration over to Blue Sky this past week.
I'm sorry, I saw a funny meme. So in other news recently, at like 4 in the morning, Elon Musk made a tweet saying, "How much is Hasbro?"
Oh, God!
Because he wants.
No!
I saw that this morning.
He wants to own Dungeons and Dragons.
No! Please, no!
It's someone responded with a little video of a guy with a gun, just saying Elon Musk owns Power Rangers, and the guy's ready to off himself. Like, come on! And everyone's like, no.
Oh God!
I mean, he'd probably do more for Power Rangers than Hasbro's done recently.
Oh, you mean sell everything?
Yeah, exactly.
This feels to me like an out of the frying pan and into the fire situation.
Oh yeah, and speaking of that heritage auction, for Power Rangers, roughly around $3 million for everything.
Nice. Damn.
They bought it for $5 million.
Huh.
Once again, Power Rangers did not make them any fucking money.
Net loss.
So much net loss. I wonder how much the Sledge suit went for.
I'm sure the results are posted somewhere.
I wish I got that.
If you can find like a list of what everything ended up going for, that would be a fun news topic.
Oh, I think the highest thing that sold was the model of the Astro Mega ship for like $300 and something thousand.
Damn.
You said 300, and I was like, "Oh, that seems reasonable. I could have." And then you said 1,000. I'm like,
The bidding started at 600. Believe me, I was trying to get some stuff too. So.
Yeah, I saw some tweets from people as they were fighting the auctions.
If they were selling the blue Centurion suit, oh. Shit.
I hope Hunter Deno got that Cosmic Fury suit.
I hope someone bought it and he's going to give it to her.
Just give it to her.
Yeah.
Get the ultimate cred.
Give her the suit.
Oh, there it is. Decker did the Henry Cavill shop.
Oh, I gotta see this. Hang on. I'm not in studio audience. Oh, lovely. Hold on, Decker. That's going in the thumbnail somewhere.
Oh.
Oh.
Anyways, that's the news.
Just put it over the Flying Fortress and Friend in Need.
Speaking of that.
All right, let's talk about Friend in Need. We cut over to the very well AI enhanced shot of Planet Edenoi.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So I understand that I'm 35 years old, and this show is meant for children, and I probably ate this shit up so much when I was a kid, obviously. Oh my God, just the dialogue, the things these people say, it's just so fucking bad.
Yes, hello, Lane. I would like to introduce you to Power Rangers. Have you not met?
No, but there can be Power Ranger seasons that have good acting and fucking dialogue and shit. Just so bad.
You want to know a funny thing, Lane? One of the writers for this three-parter is Shuki Levy.
Yes.
One of the co-creators of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Or co-owners of Power Rangers at the time.
That shot Decker posted right now, that's badass as all fuck.
Oh yeah, I also love the red filter over Vasquez Rock.
No, I know. It gave me some Ultraman, like 1960s Ultraman fucking vibes. Oh, they're just going on another planet. We'll just put a filter over it. It looks like
filter red.
Sorry, I was still photoshopping this, but yeah, there you go.
Oh,
nice.
That's so good. But I never thought in my lifetime I would see like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers teaming up with Black RX. Like, that's so cool.
I mean, you could argue that this is the origin of Superhero Tyson.
Yeah.
I just love the completely unneeded lore drop that Alpha is not only from Edenoi, but was built by Lexion.
Yeah, no,
Lexion.
They had to fucking like connect somehow, and I think that's such a lazy bullshit origin story for Alpha.
At one point, Alpha mentions King Lexion assembled him and gave him life. He was like a father to me. if he assembled you and gave you life, then that literally is a father.
No. So now I'm wondering, did like Zordon like kidnap Alpha? It's like, no, you're mine now.
Probably gifted on, you know, some intergalactic travels and whatnot, the geography of Illinois alone just bothered me already, because they mentioned it's like in the northwestern portion of the galaxy. I'm like, wait, what?
The what was it?
In the Andromeda constellation.
The Andromeda sector.
Yeah. It's like the constellation of Andromeda. That's so vast because the Andromeda galaxy is part of that constellation. What is this astronomy right now?
I just fucking love the shot of like from Zed and Rita's palace, and you see Zed using his fucking laser zoom in scope zoom, but he's pointed like at Illinois, so you just see the shot from Rita's perspective of him. It's like, Zeddy, the Earth's down a smidge.
Oh, no. When they came on screen, I just instantly, I forget how lovable those two are together.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just funny to think that both of them are being dubbed over.
Yep.
It's also just really
on
funny.
set, so it's just Barbara Goodson and Robert Axelrod just having a fucking heyday in the recording booth.
They're just abridging dialogue-less footage of Power Rangers.
And they're just like Rita's just like shitting on Goldar the whole fucking like 3-parter, and then like Zed's just like, fucking Rita, am I right, Goldar? And he's like, you do that again.
I just love the way at one point they're talking about their evil plans, and at one point they literally say they're going to blow the planet Earth out of the sky. And I'm like, do you know what sky is? The sky is in part of the Earth. So if you blow up Earth, there's no sky. It's just space.
Oh, trust me. There's another flub in terms of the scripting, where in the second part they go into like the cave there, and Dex says to them, and I quote, like I have it written down, where
about the breathing.
Yeah, the air is stable enough here as it is on Earth. Bitch, you just said you don't know what the fuck Earth is.
Oh, no, the line that triggered me the most is like, so like they team up the Power Rangers, they're like, okay, we gotta go back to Earth because we gotta help it, and he's like, okay, good luck to you. And then he has like this whole talk with his grandfather. He's just like, Count Dragon has his sighting set on Earth. You're the only one who can protect it. And I'm just like, bitch, the Power Rangers are there.
And also, how do you know that?
It pissed me off so fucking much because the whole time Masked Rider is happening, it's like somewhere the Power Rangers are out there. They can fucking help, but they'll never fucking cross them over again.
I also love that King Lexion turned out to be fucking slightly less evil Saruman.
Saruman the Stinky.
Also,
and all the fucking Edenites are just Garleans because they have their fucking crystals on their head.
I know Digimon came first, but I fucking kept hearing that
the Digimon music.
I'm just going back to Digimon season 1 and
that's because they use it all. Yep. If you watch Masked Rider, it's nothing but the Digimon OST.
I know.
That would be the only thing to keep me going if I were to rewatch Masked Rider today.
To quote Linkara from History of Power Rangers, it felt like the Power Rangers were about to fight Myotismon.
Then like they're like every time they showed like Count Dragon's ship and inside the ship, and you see all of him with all of his generals and stuff, they just use the same fucking footage,
the exact same shot of the fucking quote unquote spider base. Like every time they show it, it's that one sweeping shot that starts at like a moon and then it just like swerves down, and I'm like, stop showing that same shot.
It's so fortunate that when I watched this as a kid, I was a dumb ass oblivious child, and I just never fucking noticed
demo!
it. I never noticed it. I mean, I didn't know that Power Rangers was using Super Sentai foot. Like, I did not know Super Sentai existed until I was like 18.
Well, I mean, obviously, hence the era of the time, because, of course, I was also a child when this first came out. Though, season 3 of Power Rangers was when I started getting very hazy on things until Zeo brought me back, but yeah.
Yeah, but because, like, my first Super Sentai instance was literally, like, seeing that clip from, like, the Gao Ranger, like, special where, like, all the Reds show up and they're, like, doing each of their roll calls, and I saw, like, all of them, I'm like, why are these why are the Red Rangers there? Why are there more of them? And I'm just like, what is going on?
It's like Transformers. They have exclusive seasons.
I'm just gonna make a completely unrelated point about something that happens in this, and this is just me going into belt mechanics mode, but it really bothers me that when the Power Rangers morph, like they all say like their Zord names, like what the actual name of the creature is, Tyrannosaurus, Mastodon, Triceratops, whatever. But Tommy in his White Ranger form says Tiger Zord instead of White Tiger. That bothers the fuck out of me.
I think it's because when he did it as the Green Ranger, it was just Dragon Zord.
Sure, but that's fine. But this is the White Tiger Zord. Anyway, you know what I mean. It was just it's not important. It just bugged me. I just wanted to mention.
I think in the movie he says White Tiger.
Yeah, he does say White Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the movie he says White Tiger.
And then they change it to Tiger Zord here, even though there is a other Tiger Zord in the team.
So
Saber-tooth tiger.
Apparently, during this whole 3-part series, like Kimberly's sick with the flu. So, was there like a behind the scenes reason they did this, or did they just like, oh, we need to keep one of the Power Rangers here on Earth, or else like it's vulnerable?
So, Amy Jo wanted to leave the show by the 3rd season.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is before they switched her with Catherine.
So, before they switched her off with Catherine, because it's not like where Jason, Zach, and Trini quit the show. It was like, shit, what do we do? Dubbed them over, never see their faces, type of thing. Oh. They were allowed to give Kimberly a proper send-off, thus her role in the show diminished. That's why she didn't end up going with them to Edenoi.
It and all that makes sense from a behind the scenes perspective, but from like a less context perspective of just watching it, I love that like the opening of the first episode is on a planet far, far away, and oppressed people toil under the obstruction of like being conquered by the Count Dragon, and the royal family's in trouble, and they need to use the sacred powers passed down through the lineage, and everyone's dying from the poison gas, and dragons blasting the planet, and this and that. Hard cut to, oh no, Kimberly's in sick in bed with the flu, and she's in her comfy bed.
Fucking first world problem.
No, I gotta say, like they may have like limited Amy Jo Johnson's time on screen like by this season, but like holy fuck, did they put some attention to detail in her bedroom? Like that was impressive.
They probably still had the set. Wait, is this the first time we see her bedroom? No,
I think we did before.
Yeah.
I also love that
after. No, if you think of it, it's not even her bedroom because she wasn't living with her parents at the time. She was living with Trini. Though then she's still living at Trini's place,
even though Trini's not there anymore.
Oh yeah, she's watching over it while she's at the conference.
So she's just living. So she's living with Trini's parents as their like foster daughter, I guess.
Correct.
I also love like right after that shot of Kimberly sick in her bedroom, we cut back to the juice bar, and like as like where the characters are being introduced, you see fucking I think Tommy and Rocky in the background like sparring, and even though they're far in the background, you can still very clearly hear the added in swooshes of them doing their karate.
Billy was fucking savage. Just Alpha sounded sad, which is odd for being a robot, and it's like, dude,
can robots get sad?
It's like robots get sad.
It's like, yeah, we better check in on him because he definitely sounds sad.
And then they like at the shot of them like leaving the juice bar, they dwell on way too long. Like they make damn sure that everyone has left the shot before they cut away.
Well, I did find that weird. The fact that we had the wide shot of them walking away and offset. I was like, really? Why?
You can hear like their footsteps and shit while like they're going offset, and I'm like, come on.
It's like in Gotchard when they were going up that hill.
Yeah,
like they're just climbing up the stairs. Didn't need to hang on to that scene, but no, just proceed to see them just keep going.
And then like they're like Zordon's talking about like, oh, we can't help it, we can just like look and observe and like from afar, and then literally he's just like, oh no, I can get you guys there, no problem. And I'm like, what?
It's just gonna take a while for you guys to get there. You got to navigate the whole galaxy before getting there. Well, given the time frame that took, they showed up back on Earth at the end pretty quickly
on the exact day.
I love that Zordon stipulates, while on Edenoi, you will not have access to all your powers because we didn't feel like putting the same red filter over the Zord footage.
What Zord? How can we do Zord footage when it's fucking Black RX footage?
They would have to transport the Zords all the way to God. That would no.
Also, I know it sounds like bad to say. I am too used to David Fielding's Zordon voice, because David Fielding was Zordon for season 1 of Mighty Morphin. Then from season 2 all the way up to In Space, it's I can't remember his name. He unfortunately passed away. But I'm not used to that like voice for Zordon because it sounds a bit higher pitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he sounds more deep and
oh my god,
where he's very up here a bit more. Don't worry.
I hate it. I hated his new voice. It's awful. So I was going. I just remembered that 10 years ago, I was collecting like a lot of more figure arts. I forgot that like I watched this like 3-parter, and so I remade this picture of them like fighting Black RX.
So the Red Ranger didn't use the Dragon Shield in this.
That's the only one I had at the time because like it was either get that or get the one with the dragon armor. So
yeah, so the Rangers go to Edenoi minus Kimberly. They immediately get launched on by Dragon's ship, and then they get into, just like any time Rider and Sentai cross over, they initially start fighting each other because they don't know who each other are and don't trust each other.
Oh, it's just so funny that like he's like, yeah, you guys are enemies, I can't trust you, blah blah blah, and then like they mentioned Alpha, and he's like, oh, anyone in front of Alpha is in front of Edenoi, and I'm like, put her there, and I'm like, what?
The hard pivot from I believe no one and nothing you say to I immediately believe you because you said a thing I recognized.
The original, my mother's name is Martha.
Yeah.
I feel like
my mother's name was Alpha.
Like everyone knows, apparently everyone on Edenoi knows Alpha. It feels like it's like that scene from like Deadpool Wolverine where like Peter shows up and all the Deadpool like Peter.
You know what? I'm naming the episode My Mother's Name Was Alpha.
I named my first child after Alpha 5.
which only brings further into question why Alpha left if everyone knew and loved him.
So like,
he had to go take his Zordon.
Kimberly's sick with the flu. Zed's just like fucking triggered and pissed off every time he hears the name Count Dragon because like they're like, oh, he's the most evilest of evil, and he's like, I fucking hate that son of a bitch.
The fucking
look at him conquering that planet. You and I can't even take over one.
The pissy fucking tantrum that Zed goes into over the course of these 3 episodes brings to mind the fucking self-destructive tantrum that Scudworth went into in Clone High when he remembered the existence of John Stamos.
And then like Rita's just going over to Finster being like, where the fuck's my monster, bitch? And he's like, patience, my queen, it's coming.
Twice. She literally twice demands that his termite-ridden carcass drag itself out. They use the exact same footage where she calls him that twice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
repaint of Silverhorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Repellator.
I looked at that thing and I immediately the vibe it brought to my mind was Balome from Super Mario RPG. Gross, round, and tongue.
So like I love that he's like, oh, I can't get sick or whatever because like I repulse shit or whatever. But then like he fights Kimberly. Kimberly just like I feel bad for her because she's sneezing in her helmet. Like she even does like the hand motion of like trying to like cover her nose while she's sneezing. But I'm like, you're just getting all that on your fucking visors.
I love
so bad for you.
I love that Netflix's subtitles for when Kimberly was sneezing was instead of like put sneezes in asterisks, they literally write "I chew" or shit like that.
I forgot Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is still on Netflix.
Yeah, that's where I watched it.
I just watched the YouTube link that Gar posted.
Yeah. So episode 1 pretty much just ends with the debut of Masked Rider, and then the initial conflict between them, and then they just stop fighting once Alpha gets mentioned. Haha! Now we are safe. Explosion.
I really hate fucking Dex's acting. I fucking hate it so much.
It is kind of cringe.
So cringe.
The voiceover is the worst though. Like when they're in the cave, when he's explaining it, when he's explaining, you could tell that they recorded that after the fact, and he sounds so calm and peaceful while he's talking. I'm just like, isn't your planet like about to get like destroyed? And you're talking like this?
It honestly sounds like he's annoyed all the time, like he doesn't want to deal with this.
It sounds like he's trying to do an impression of someone while reading the lines, and that wasn't what they were going for, but it was like, fuck it. He's an alien.
We don't have time to do this again.
Yeah, he's got to sound alien-ish.
Yeah. So episode 2 starts up, and like they're in the cave, and they like unmask everyone. Everyone unmasks and reveals their faces. And Aisha asks Dex what his name is, even though one of his friends just called him Prince Dex 3 fucking seconds earlier.
No.
Also, Aisha, how did you get all that hair in that helmet?
No.
The same way Doggy Kruger gets his schnoz in his. We don't talk about that.
So, like, I always like the whole concept. Like, they do this in Sentai and like later Power Rangers, but like, I like that they do like the you know, they have the helmet in front of them, and they make it look like they just took it off. But in this, you see them like removing the clips to like take it off their heads, and I'm like, no, it's how that works.
You're ruining the magic.
Like when like Tommy debuted as the White Ranger, he literally like unclipped them.
Yes,
in the mood, dude.
Iconic.
Yep.
Iconic.
Oh,
they had to use the stage show helmets those days.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
So Dex uses his fucking Garlean forehead crystal to project some exposition videos.
Mind crystal.
Yeah. And he gives them exposition lore videos that he threw together in his subconscious Windows Movie Maker.
Yep.
With his mind's eye.
And gives them the exposition about the political situation on their planet and the origin of the Masked Rider being like a royal lineage power set, which is cool.
I just like it. Count Dragon has been taking over my planet. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna watch the first episode of Masked Rider. What the fuck do you mean Count Dragon's your uncle?
The retcon.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't call it a retcon. I don't think there was anything in this 3-parter that actively opposes that being a fact. It was just not mentioned.
Escape from Edenoi and A Friend in Need was written by the two same writers, Shuki Levy and Shel Danielson. So is it just they thought of that later on? Or did they intentionally hide it so that, you know, go watch Masked Rider and you'll get more pieces of the lore?
I absolutely think it was the latter.
Yeah, they thought about it afterwards. Apparently there was a pilot of Masked Rider that didn't make it to air that was going to be more Superman-ish. And they decided to go the route that they ended up going.
That's true. That is true. There is a unaired pilot, much like how there's an unaired pilot of Beetleborgs.
That's funny considering how much Masked Rider's theme song kind of feels like a Superman song.
Yes, it fits perfectly. Yeah.
Hearing it, yeah.
I really do like the Masked Rider theme song, though. It just gets stuck in your head. Masked Rider.
I should have made that the bumper for the section, but it was technically a Power Rangers episode.
And Furbus. I like Furbus.
I completely forgot Furbus existed because he was nowhere in this 3-parter.
No Furbus in this 3-parter. 0 out of fucking 10.
No, but instead,
can you imagine Furbus just walking up and Billy and Tommy just, what the fuck is that thing?
Get out your Dino Blaster!
But instead of Furbus, episode 2 gives us the B plot of Bulk and Skull trying to pretend they are Power Rangers to get chicks.
Yes.
I mean, wouldn't you?
I gotta say though, like their makeshift Power Ranger outfits they made, I liked them.
Where's my Hasbro Bulk and Skull Power Ranger?
Yo, SH Figure Arts.
It was at the auction.
I mean, Super 7 did make figures of them, so that was good.
That is true. They made really nice figures in them.
The best thing I can say about those suits is I enjoyed how shitty they were.
Right? No, I love how shitty they were.
Again, much like with Rita and Zed, Bulk and Skull just have perfect chemistry.
They do. They're great.
Yep. Bulk and Skull's Rangers, that will never happen.
Like when they're like sliding their chairs over, you see them both grabbing the table like to get closer. It's like, so the Power Rangers meet here every day. Hang on, did they say Power Rangers?
It's so funny that like as Bulk is like chiding off this false information, he is like staring directly at the women, but the women are like peeking back as if they're trying to hide what they're doing, but they're completely not catching that Bulk is staring directly into their souls.
It's just, where are the other Power Rangers? They're off
polishing their swords.
Polishing their swords.
Like, oh, okay. I love that. Like, Skull had a good idea with like red and gray, because like you could think that's the Red Ranger. Meanwhile, Bulk decided to be fucking stupid and have his suit be blue and yellow. Like, my dude, have you not looked at these suits?
Yeah, give it like 20 years. He'll become a Yellow Ranger someday.
Yeah.
I did like the scene like Skull or like Bulk says like at the end of all this series, just like he's like, Skull, if I have any plan ever again that it involves the Power Rangers, staple my mouth shut. And he just Skull go like, yeah!
like
a promise he would never live up to.
I've had him here with those Power Rangers.
Oh man. So yeah, in episode 2, as the Edenoi situation is happening, we get this fight. Masked Rider takes on the trio of frog-looking fuckers called the Cogwarts.
The Plague Patrol.
And the Rangers fight the Plague Patrol, who I gotta say are pretty badass. I like their suits. They're like
weird space Vikings.
They're like a middle point between like Knights, Vikings, and Mad Maxmen.
I love that in Power Rangers canon, even if you're from space, you still get horses.
No, yeah, I'm like, this planet is apparently covered in toxic gas. What the fuck are those horses made of?
That same gas.
It is also interesting that technically the Plague Patrol are mooks, like the equivalent of the Putty Patrol, but they feel like a step up because they have horses.
Just makes me think of the Machine Empire and Forever Red chasing androids with fucking horses.
And then freaking Tommy's just like, oh, travel, have a nice trip. I'm like, shut up, Tommy.
You knew that line had to be somewhere in this franchise. In fact, I'm pretty sure that was also in the 95 movie.
It's in Dino Thunder as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimberly says it, and she's like, I love it.
Gotta love it. We get to see Masked Rider do his Rider Kick!
He says Rider.
Hooray.
It's like, huh.
It's twisty and awkward!
Alright, we can all agree though, Ectophase Activate is such a weird transformation call, right?
It's pretty bad.
They got my Ectophase activating, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh,
hey,
yes.
yo!
Like, honestly, I feel like because he's an alien, they could have actually gotten away with him saying henshin, because it just sounds kind of
like an alien code word.
Yeah, I think that just would have been awesome.
Then they should have at least got him to do the whole pose.
Yeah.
Right?
Like the entire hand gesture, everything.
And then, like, I love they had to, like, in Masked Rider, they had to put him in, like, what's-his-face's clothes.
Kotaro's clothes all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, and he looks so weird in them.
Here's your human disguise.
Oh, man.
King Lexian pulled the Piccolo. Clothesbeam.
You get to dress like fucking Elvis.
Masked Rider's like that friend that, like, you don't like to see all the time, but like you appreciate him. You're like, I'm glad he's my friend.
Terrazine in our Discord brings up an interesting point. Is it better or worse than shouting Kamen Rider?
They're both equally bad.
I think Dragon Knight's more awkward saying Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
Considering there's so many people saying it all the time throughout that show, it only worsens that with every use.
And like I suggested in the group chat, why doesn't he just say Masked Rider Activate?
Yeah.
Like, say it's Morphin time. VR troopers say Trooper Transform.
You could have just said Rider Transform, I think.
Beetleborgs say Beetle Blast. I'm like, that's fine.
That's badass.
Samurais.
Yeah, Samurais.
Well,
like,
that one diminishing returns.
Ectophase Activate.
Atara in the Discord brings up a good point. The fact that it has the word ecto in it makes it sound like it's a ghost-themed power rather than alien.
Yeah.
See, it would work with Kamen Rider Ghost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that Kimberly got the monster sick, and then like he goes back, and like he has like these like earthquake level sneezes.
Yep.
And then like he goes to Finster to get cured, and he's like, "Well, I can give you this needle." And he's like, "I don't like needles." And he's like, "All right, well, I have these pills." He's like, "Okay, that's better."
The funniest part of that whole conversation is Finster is very aware that this monster has existed for maybe an hour because he fucking created it, and he has the gall to say to his own creation, "Don't you ever brush? My dude, he's been alive for an hour."
No, you also gotta consider this. Repellitor is an original monster. Original air quote monster. They had to build like Finster's little like corner from scratch.
That's why he looks like just a messy lump of clay. But
Which
yeah,
one, Repellitor or Finster?
Repellitor. But yeah, so Finster, and then he's like, "All right, so I know we're busy like trying to conquer the planet, but you need to be in bed for a week." Just like, what do you think Rita and Zed are gonna say to that, man? And then he pulls out the fucking big ass needle, and then like, "Oh, you know what? I do have this other thing," and he has this giant fucking jar with a label on it that says "Tummy Tabs."
This show's interesting, man.
Finster had a jar of giant space Tylenol labeled Tummy Tabs.
Space Tums. They're Space Tums.
And this is why I say people shouldn't take Power Rangers serious.
But they never found a way to cure Rita's headaches?
Exactly.
What is this sorcery?
You know what? They're probably not even like real tablets. They're probably just like placebos.
They're placebo, but they work because he starts fighting again.
Where do we get these placebos?
Actually, they're Squat's sugar cookies. Where is Squat? And where's Babu? I haven't seen Squat
fucking nowhere.
Gone forever.
Fucking Z putties in the background, just standing there, just like, should we look up?
They wanted more money in their contracts, and they didn't get renewed.
So yeah, so the Power Rangers go back. They form the Megazord. They turn their Dinozords into the fucking Zeo Thunderzords.
Original Zord footage.
Yeah, that's true.
I just love that Zed grows the monster for no real reason.
With the bomb. Yeah, with the bombs. Everybody has bombs.
Fuck it. Because it's a Die Ranger fan.
I'm not talking about the method. I mean, like, usually they grow the monster because it got its ass kicked by the Rangers, but this didn't happen this time. The monster's just around doing what the fuck ever, and Zed goes, fuck it, grow.
Got to speed up the process. Though I was surprised that the original footage that they used for it mixed in with stock footage from Die Ranger, but still.
Yeah.
It's like perfect original Zord footage. Next episode in Power Rangers, you see the Thunderzord and Tigerzord get destroyed by Rito.
Damn.
I also love that, like, as they call out their Zords, like, Tommy hops into the white Tiger Zord, and as he gets on it, he says, "White, like, Tiger mode now!" And I'm like, it's already in Tiger mode.
No, it's in sleep mode. It's in sleepy cat mode.
Gotta wake it up.
Gotta wake it up. No. Activation noise just touches it.
Yeah, so the Thunder Megazord and the White Tiger Zord Warrior mode do the fight, and then they kill it with the slash, and it's dead, and that's the fight.
Yep.
And Dex is never mentioned again.
The Rangers go back to the command center.
Again, it just pisses me off. It's like, oh, only you can protect Earth from Count Dragon. I'm just like, but the Power Rangers are right there.
Well, we won't know what's going to happen to we won't know what's going to happen to Planet Edenoi or any of the characters that you met, but maybe someday, if everyone watches the show, you'll see them again.
They just look right into the camera, just like with the makeup on as well, just looks right at the camera.
Well, the thing that's so weird about the ending of the three-parter is that it kind of looks like Draken's gonna end up being like a Power Rangers villain, because the way that the entire thing is like shot and played off, it's like we're coming to Earth and all that stuff. It's like, I can imagine myself as a kid watching this and going like, oh man, he's going to show up in the next episode. This is going to be crazy. It doesn't happen.
Nope.
Where is he?
Dragon decides to target a different city of Earth.
Leewood.
Yes. The thing is, it's so awkward because after I finished that, I went back and watched the first episode of Masked Rider again. And it's just like, you can kind of infer where this portion of Power Rangers happens within that first episode. Still a little messy, but it kind of sort of works while they're, you know, out in a way, but it's still very, very messy.
You know what? Escape from Edenoi takes place during Ninja Quest, when they're off planet getting their ninja powers.
It's just so funny that, like, clearly where Dex is and where Dragon is attacking is like a slightly adjacent section of California. And as long as the two never meet each other, the villains won't have any reason to go into conflict with each other either.
Dude, I just realized they could have had Dex land in Stone Canyon.
That would have been fun.
It's because the monsters in Masked Rider just don't grow. That's the only reason why. It wasn't big enough for them to notice.
We couldn't see them from that far away.
That's what Count Dragon needs the Masked Rider powers for, so he can make his monsters grow.
The viewing globe only scans Angel Grove.
Also, Vegas, I think someone kidnapped your cat, because that's not you, obviously. Because you're
Vegas is a bear.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that's really confusing is, so in the episode of Masked Rider in which they actually reference this episode, which is episode 7, you can't watch the YouTube version. They actually cut out that footage from it. You have to have acquired the VHS version of it. It's the episode in which we get introduced to Shadow Moon, their version of Shadow Moon, which is awful.
Oh, I bet.
But yeah, it's like it's weird because they do mention it in the beginning. It's like, remember when we met the Power Rangers and we had disagreements and things like that. The thing that's very odd is right before that shot when we see the King Lexian and Danaeus show up because he's going to give him the crystal to give to Dex on Earth to become Masked Rider Super Gold. In the background of Edenoi, you see Earth. It's in the sky. It's right fucking there.
Yes, Edenoi traveled, the planet traveled through the Andromeda sector and came closer to Earth.
Like, I just took a screenshot of it.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Exactly. They have to travel such a big distance. It's right there.
Wow. I could throw a rock and it could hit Earth.
I'll try to connect, Zordon, but we're talking some serious long distance here.
Alpha.
You could visit Alpha right now.
Alpha's just a cheap bastard. Speaking of King Lexian, he actually has appeared in the Boom Studio comic books.
Does he still look like Saruman?
Yes. Dex is never mentioned. Count Dragon's never seen or mentioned because of licensing, of course. Like, you can't have Dex transform into Masked Rider because, Ishinomori is famous for quoting, "I will never let this happen again."
Yep.
Wait. Shadow Moon's equivalent in Masked Rider is named Robo Rider?
No. Literally, he's just Danaeus. Robo Rider is the form that he transforms into. Robo Rider becomes Super Gold. So that's what it is. But yeah, Shadow Moon is just Dex's friend that you also see in this 3-parter that gets kidnapped by Lord Draken and gets brainwashed and essentially gets turned into the Masked Rider, which is kind of dumb because all Draken wants is the Masked Rider powers, but he's willing to turn someone else into one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Also, how do they mix the Masked Rider warriors into? How does Amazon fit into this?
Hey, I'm Amazon.
Look, I just don't know how they exist because given the backstory and lore drop that Dex gives us in this crossover, wasn't it centuries of peacetime that they had on there before Lord Dragon did stuff?
Yes.
So these guys should be centuries old and dead because the only ones with the Masked Rider power should be the past kings of Edenoi.
Yeah. This was like a branch of the royal family tree.
They all should look like Bakuage.
But if the extended family can just get these Masked Rider powers, once again, what's Lord Draken doing? He's literally the son.
It'd be so funny if like the way that like the so if the Masked Rider powers were like a royal lineage thing that was passed down through the ages, it would have been so funny if like you look back far enough in the timeline of the Idenoi royal family and like the powers had evolved over time, so the earliest version of it was just the normal black suit instead of Black RX.
I always thought King Lexian's like form would be Kamen Rider Black.
That would have been neat.
You know what it just is? It's just Black Panther.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black Panther's just Masked Rider done right.
Also, just thinking about it now. Oh, we mixed Masked Rider technology with the Power Rangers, and thus you get King Oger.
Yep.
Oh fuck.
That's how you could have done King Oger's Power Rangers. They come from Idenoi.
That would have been fun.
And it's like,
right there.
And it's like, oh look, it's Dex, and Dex is there as like the new former king. And it's just like, oh, after I defeated Count Dragon, there's your finale. I killed him off screen.
Oh.
I killed him off screen.
So
just the most
Power Rangers
satisfying
equivalent of King Oger happens in Idenoi after everything has happened. Thank you, you've ruined that show for me.
You're welcome.
Which, on that note, I do have to vacate the premises.
Yeah, we're about done with this topic.
If y'all can just eject me, actually, I can eject myself.
Well, just real quick before
I
you
don't
go,
live on this planet anymore.
I'm going to Idenoi. Fuck this.
Actually,
Yes.
Before you go, if you want to kindly plug your content, let us know and let our audience know where they can find you if they would like to hear more of you.
Yes, you can find me on YouTube and Twitch, both under ZeoAgito. I do live streams on Twitch on Saturday nights, in which I run a thing called Toku Rewind. Currently, we're watching Ultraman Mebius and Changerion, which two shows that I've not seen, but I gotta say, like, Changerion is peak fiction, especially if you're into Inoue peak mid cocaine.
Oh, that's a Kamen Rider Oja's actor show,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Acting completely not like him.
I've still not recovered from Dawn Brothers. I don't want to watch anything with Inoue's name attached to it.
Listen, you gotta appreciate, because yesterday was the man's birthday. It was Thanksgiving in the U.S., but I gave thanks to Inoue yesterday. So,
you know what? That's valid.
And then on Sunday, I stream a Superhero Time, in which, of course, we watch the same shows that normally people discuss, plus Ultraman Arc and Wingman, because Wingman is great. If you've not watched Wingman, watch Wingman.
It is the current hot topic.
We're waiting for the show to end so that we can just plan it out.
Oh, okay. Definitely worth the investment. It is good. It is good.
Neat.
But yes, outside of that, yeah, YouTube, I do typically single reviews between Rider, Sentai, and then the live streams that I typically do on days like today. But I have gotten backed up because of work, regular life stuff, being a dad, that kind of thing. So yes, it does end up tying up some stuff.
Well, thank you very much for making time for us. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Z.
And I will catch y'all next time.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
So yeah,
Any last words on
it was cool seeing a Kamen Rider team up with the Power Rangers, but like, it has not aged well.
Also, first ever crossover with Power Rangers.
Yep.
Also, now I want King Oger to be adapted into a Power Ranger season where they're all native to Idenoi.
And that's how you can get a new alpha in there.
Yeah.
No, you know what I think would be a better thing? If they were all kings of different planets, but they all are planets that previously exist.
One's from Earth, one's from Eltar, one's from Idenoi.
Exactly.
One's from fucking
Aquitar.
Aquitar, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, dude. Oh.
Too late, it'll be shit.
Is this what
Power Rangers?
Is this what we're doing now? Just Power Ranger fanfics and the other Sentais?
Still waiting for my Lupin Pad adaptation.
SPD sequel. How would you like it?
Yeah.
Right.
I've watched SPD several times. I would love more SPD.
Well, guess what? We're talking about Power Rangers SPD next year to celebrate the fact that it's the year 2025.
Sick.
Oh my god, yes it is.
So that's why Masked Rider celebrates its 30th anniversary next year. We were going to do this next year, but I just we found a spot in the slot because we're saving Outsiders for when the last episode comes out. It gave us a chance to talk about this. I'm happy ZeoAgito was here so that we could all just shoot the shit about this project.
Decker, thank you. You read my mind. Where are the aliens? We haven't had aliens come down, made peace with them in society.
I was promised flying cars.
Right.
Yeah. If nothing else from the future we were supposed to be entering, the flying cars are the most thing I miss.
I mean, if Back to the Future Part 2 taught me anything, where's Jaws 4 through 18?
All right, enough foffing about. Let's talk about Snack Boys.
Let's Gavv.
Yeah, let's talk about the reveals.
Well, this game of cat and cat was enjoyable while it lasted, but sadly they revealed themselves to each other this episode, so the game is up.
But it's okay because they got so much development with each other and they're so badass working together. It's great.
I love it as well. Just like Shoma puts Honto down and Honto's like, you know who I am, don't you? He's like, oh yeah, but it's like, come on, man, come on, bro. It's not fair if you know who I am and I don't know who you are. And I love that it's not like they don't hype it up. It's just,
well, yeah, because
I am. He's like, I knew it.
The reason they don't hype it up is because it's not a reveal to the audience; it's a reveal to the characters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like how Shinnosuke was revealed to be Drive. That was like hyped up.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest things fucking ever.
Like that was one of the big hype things. Where this is like, no, you make a fair point. I just want to get this out of the way because I had a theory after I watched the episode last weekend when Lane was here, but I looked up some stuff and the theory I had is probably not true. So we get that scene where Honto mentions that his mom was taken by a Granute, and then he pulls out the photo of him and his mom, and Shoma sort of has this like head glitch, and the thought that I had was same mom.
Yes, exactly. My thought was, what if Honto's mom was taken by the Granute, taken to the Granuto world, and then gave birth to Shoma later, and it turns out that Shoma and Honto were half brothers. But
I wouldn't have mind that.
No, me neither. That would've been awesome.
That was what I thought might be happening, and then I looked up the actresses for the mothers, and they're different. Yeah. So yeah, that's not happening. But it was a fun idea while I thought of it. But now the people have been having other sorts of theories all week, and as someone in the Discord mentioned earlier, people are wondering if Shoma was involved with the taking of Honto's mother.
Oh, is that like his original Granute form?
Maybe.
Well, the fact that Phil and Lil have wolf forms as well.
Oh, that's what we are calling them the rest of the series. Thank you, Gar.
Is that what those two wolf whatever the fuck things in the preview are? That's their monster forms?
Those are their monster forms.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but that's probably it.
We gotta get more fucking dark candy, Philip. Oh yeah,
Lillian.
We're calling him Phil and Lil.
Philip's stomach and Lillian's stomach.
I love it. Thank you, Gar. God bless you.
How did we not think of that earlier?
Well, I was just thinking about at work the other day. I'm like, I'm terrible with names. The fact that I thought his brother was his uncle, and I'm like, okay, what if I just do the soup thing? Okay, the twins. What am I going to call them? Well, I could call them the Moffat twins. Well, one of them's played by a boy, though. Phil and Lil.
Yeah. They're Jeep and Shita, but
yeah,
Jeep and shit.
Yeah,
yes.
Jeep and Shita.
Shitty Jeep.
Anyways, you hear to hear, folks. We're calling them Phil and Lil for now. It's too easy.
So I love that as Gavv and Valen are retreating at the start of the episode, the Gochizos make themselves feel even more like Pikmin as they grab the Valen Buster and carry it off.
Oh no, that gave me the Army Man vibes in Toy Story with the baby.
It's like, you know how in Pikmin games you pick up those giant like artifacts which are just like normal human objects and they just carry them off? That looked exactly like what they were doing.
Now, I want to get into something about Honto. So, like, Honto eventually goes back to, like, Dr. Sugar, and he's like, oh, thanks for, like, checking up on me and stuff. And he's like, oh, yeah, no problem. And then,
he can't go to a normal hospital anymore because of his modification.
Yeah, so then, like, he runs off because, like, he gets a call from Shoma, and Dr. Sugar's just like, he's regenerated quite fast. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, watch Haunt. Like, that's going to be great for his character, because he's established this episode that, like, he fucking hates Granute so much, like, for everything that, like, that's happened to him. If he becomes a Granute over time... Like,
that feels like what they're heading towards, and also it's great that even after this episode's reveals, technically he doesn't know everything about Shoma. He doesn't know Shoma is a Granute, so that's gonna be another great reveal when that reveal happens.
Watch when Honto finds out that Shoma's a Granute and part of the family that was probably responsible for taking his mother. And he's becoming one himself.
That's going to be what pushes him over and forces him to mutate, I think. That'll be the moment.
That's what we're going to get Bitter Valen. Because we're supposedly getting Bitter Valen. So he's going to have this, like, arc where he's going to be, like, evil, like, Dark Valen. It's going to be so cool.
I could see it being, like, a freaking John Carpenter thing. Where Honto wakes up, goes into the bathroom, like, rubs his stomach. He's like, ugh. And he starts to see, like, indents of, like, teeth.
He starts growing a Granute stomach.
Like under the skin. Under the skin, where, like, you see it, like, sort of pushing the skin.
Lane number one, Valen Glazer. I mean, we got the donut form this episode, so yep, that's true.
We also got the start of a subplot with another Granute, who is surprisingly played by Kirame Silver.
It's Jellyfish Granuto, who tries to steal some dark candy and then apparently gets hired as a new part-timer for the stomachs.
Wait, so is it suit actor or actual actor? Like
I think it is
voice.
Takamichi.
The voice.
Cool.
Yeah, it's the voice. The voice is Takamichi.
The rumor mill is suggesting he's going to be Kamen Rider Vlam, the next rider.
Oh,
the pudding one.
I mean, he's a big enough name.
I could see this.
I think.
Oh, so I guess this is like they know that Gavv and Valen are such a threat, so they're just gonna do like
fuck it. I'm gonna make my own rider.
Oh, we'll make our own rider.
Maybe
to combat them. I'd be okay with that.
That feels like cool. This feels like their own a modern retake on like Necrom, where the monsters have their own rider for their own purposes.
I just love it though. He walks up to the little vendor. He's like, "Hey, give me candy.
You got the stuff."
No, but that's I like this world building where it's just like people have gotten their hands on this dark candy, which it seems for the most part that like the rich can easily acquire it because they have like the money, but like the obviously some of the lower class Granutes have gotten samples of it, and now they want it and they're willing to steal it, but obviously the agents are so fucking strong, they're like, no, get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, not Saibu. What's her name?
Sachika.
Yeah, Sachika. Sachika also starts with an S. Miss Lovely.
Right.
Miss Legley.
She decided.
He comes up with this whole plan.
Search the entire internet, like at least all the dating sites of recent, I guess.
Everything. Yeah, no, she's good.
And she finds the guy who tried to capture Emmy.
I fucking love that one of his fake names he catfished someone was Gatoro, and I'm like, oh, you don't suppose that Gatoro is the Gator Granute?
When you want to be yourself online, but you're too afraid.
Also, shout out to Shoma and his Sachika disguise for actually painting his toenails. Good for him.
I didn't even notice, but yeah.
Mad respect.
You didn't need to do that.
He brushes the teeth on his belt.
He brushed his Gavv teeth!
I love it so much. I was like, that's amazing.
My immediate reaction was just that one scene from Liar Liar where he's drinking the water and then just spits out.
Oh, come on!
Oh, no, I love that reaction.
I mean, the opening predicted it.
Did it?
But no.
Yeah. You see in the opening, he wakes up and he brushes the teeth of his belt.
I've gone 12 weeks without noticing that.
He decides to dress up as not as Sachika, but like dresses up as in her outfit as a woman.
But no, I did like that, like the comfort, like the arguments that kind of Hanto and Shoma were having with each other. Where Hanto's just like, he's like, "Oh, you should just stop the grenade, like forget about me." He's like, "No, I can't do that because like
I would have lived with more regret.
You need to be here to also protect the people and defeat Grenouts." And he's like, "You got a point. I'm so sorry."
This was a real interesting confrontation to have, because usually when two protagonists of clashing ideologies argue like this, it ends with both of them still backing their own logic. But for Hanto to actually back off and go, "You know what? You are correct," is a refreshing change of pace.
Yeah, I love it though, because he's just like you should have killed the Grenouille. You should you shouldn't have ran with me. It's like, dude, I would have felt so much remorse if I didn't help you.
Well, yeah, because the idea was Hanto was angry because you let him go, which means there will be more victims. And Shoma's position was, if I had have kept fighting, he would have killed you, thus another victim. And because I saved you, you are now alive to help ensure that there will not be more victims.
It kind of reminds me a bit of a Wonder Woman direct to animated movie. Like, she gets beaten up by like one of her villains. I think it was Cheetah or something.
Yeah.
And she's in the hospital, and like I can't remember who's there with her. I think it is what's his name from the movies, Chris Pine's character.
Oh, Steve.
Steve, yeah. And she's telling him, it's like, you shouldn't have saved me. The world's in danger. And he says, maybe the world's not worth saving if you're not in it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But no, and just like now, like again, like, yeah, it was cute seeing them be dorks and trying to like hide their identities from each other. But now that they know who they are, now they're not only is their chemistry going to be so much better, but their fucking fighting chemistry is going to be way better.
Yeah.
And we can already see it in this episode.
Did we just become best friends? Yep. You want to go and hunt down Grenouilles together in the garage? Yep.
Hell, they even like dropped like the pleasantries, the honorifics, and they're just like, no, just call me Hanto.
Hanto and Shoma.
I was like, oh, like these two.
Call me Shoma. Whoa, dude, that's my slave name. What? I'm just busting your balls.
I loved also because they were in like tight quarters when they henshin, that because like usually with like Valen henshins, he gets like two Chocodan bars that form over to make a suit, but in this space, like as it was so close in, he only had one. So I was like, oh.
It's interesting that their first double henshin together is in such a tight hallway.
We'll get cooler ones, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so we get the double henshin, and then they start fighting Gator, and he like bites Zaku Chip's swords away, and then we get a very interesting tactical decision. So there happens to be like a little Beyblade stadium nearby.
Beyblade stadium.
And Valen just like fills it with chocolate, and then Gavv dips his swords in it, which apparently reinforces and powers them up.
Yeah, he makes chocolate covered fucking chips, and I have had chocolate covered chips before. They are fucking delicious.
Not to be confused with actual chocolate chips.
Yeah, no, actual chocolate covered potato chips.
Yeah, chocolate covered. The salt with chocolate.
Yeah, I remember. I used to get these like chocolate covered Lay's chips, and they were just the best thing I've ever had in my life.
It's like the chocolate pretzels that are out around this time.
So now I'm wondering
if you can find them, buy them.
So now I'm wondering if there's going to be like chocolate power-ups for every one of Gav's weapons and attacks.
A double chocolate gun.
Oh. So obviously Shoma shows him gratitude by letting him pick a Gojizo, and like obviously just Valen just goes, okay, I'll take the donut one. And
I love that as he's engaged in combat with the fucking Gator Grenouille, he dips his sword down at Valen with the 3 Gochizo on it, as if he was picking his fucking starter Pokemon.
Yeah, he just picks Domaru.
He offers Ramoon, Domaru, and Marumalo, and I kind of wanted to see what the other ones would have looked like, but yeah, he picks Domaru.
Yeah, and I think it's like Domaru Mofu.
Yeah, and Mofu is like a fuzzy is what it means.
Okay.
It gives off sort of an evolt vibe. like with
Clearly,
the donut theme suit.
Domaru form is meant to be a more defensive, kind of brawly form compared to Chakodan.
I really like it. Like the more I keep looking at the Domaru form, like I love it because like I like that like he has like donuts, but like the chocolate glaze and then the plain part of the donut. That's what makes up the eyes, and I really love that.
Super clever.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It is clever, but again, I just like coming from like an objective perspective, I just don't like it. I like it less than Chakodan form.
It makes me want a donut every single time I look at it.
It looks like one of those fake donuts. Like donuts
yeah,
that
like
you would
look
see
at
in
the
a
shot that
cartoon.
Decker just posted. Like I like this suit.
The way that honestly, the way that helmet looks with the donuts on it, it makes it look like he's got an inflated brain.
I cannot wait to get the Frappuccino form. Like that's gonna be fucking awesome.
And also, I don't know if anyone else had this thought while this battle happened as Domaru form was debuting, but who the hell picked the battle music for this shot? It sounded like something I'd hear while rolling around a fucking skate park.
Also, Gavv continues to use Gurokan and fucking
busted out Bakugan Gatling for the finisher right at the end.
Yeah, no, it was fucking awesome. And I love the attention to detail because he shoots the shoulder cannons and they're like wrapped candies and they unwrap before they fucking launch off to hit the grenade. And I was like, that's awesome. I fucking love that.
And then Valen just like films the finisher attack at the end.
Yeah, like you see him like showing like the show footage and you're like how the fuck did you get that? And it's like, oh yeah, I actually was recording it with his phone. I was like, all right. I see what you're doing.
Just love it though. Just how'd you get so close? I was there.
Oh yeah, even says like best angle.
I hope that this is an ongoing thing where they like film each other's hisatsus. That's adorable.
Yeah, like again, there were such dorks when they didn't know who they were, and now they're going to be even like dorkier because they know each other. I'm looking forward to more of the dynamic.
Decker brings up an interesting point. He's Spider-Man. He's a journalist. He's a superhero, and he films his own combat.
Huh?
But does he get paid for
and
his
he's
own
red.
content? Oh shit!
Chocolate Spider-Man.
They're chocolate. Look at that donut boy, so cute.
It looks like he knows he's about to die and doesn't want it to happen.
Meanwhile, the twins are depressed. Well, yeah, no, Phil and Lil are pretty depressed. They're upset.
yeah, because it's like, hey, you gotta get out of here. But it's our base, not anymore.
Bitch.
You don't work here anymore.
So they like sent them to Earth, I guess.
No, they were just inside a building on Earth that was like one of their remote bases. And I love how they're like, no, we don't want to be separated. And you get this shot of them like breaking their handhold, but then they just get tossed out of the exact same door.
So I guess they're not going to like get married anymore or something.
Here's the thing, though. I think they're not giving this enough thought because they were worried, like, oh, if we get married to some nobles, then we'll be separated from each other. What if you marry a Mormon noble? That way you can both be married to the same guy.
Oh my fucking god.
Are there Mormon grenades?
I think the better question is, are there Japanese Mormons?
Oh man. So they walk off in the alley going like, "Oh, I won't forgive you, I won't forgive you."
It's
interesting
interesting
to go find Batra.
I feel like this is leading to them making a desperate ploy to kill Gavv themselves, and he's going to probably murder them with caking.
I feel, honestly, I can see that happening, but I can also see it like this is the end for you, Akagav, and he's gonna be like, Jiga. No,
or maybe he'll murder them with the fucking Christmas form, because apparently that's happening in the show next week.
Yeah, I gotta get my hands on that Gojizo.
I hate it.
Gonna be like, no, it's Kamen Rider Gavv.
It looks better on Valen, honestly.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So anyway, that's Gavv. Good episode.
Yeah, really good episode. I'm looking forward very much to Honto and Shoma's fun chemistry and dynamic now that they know who the fuck they are. So So what's the gimmick with form? It's a Yule log, isn't it?
I don't fucking know.
It's a U-log because it's Christmas.
It's a giant Swiss roll, basically.
Yes, yes.
I love Swiss rolls. It's Boomboomger.
I love that the three-seaters backstory is so simple that we only needed one sentence from each of them. Yarukar, I'm delivering another boring thing. Decotarde, my truck got towed. Itasha, I was a pickpocket, and then I got pickpocketed.
We're all misfits.
Yep.
We're a couple of misfits. We're a couple of misfits. What's the matter with misfits? That's where we fit in.
So basically, the whole sum up of this episode is that Yarukar is like part of like
there's a planet of them.
Planet of Yarukars that are like super elite Hashirians, and they go to like a Hashirian high school to become like super elites.
And Yaya Yarukar was supposed to do that, but he left planet Yarukar too early, got hit with a meteor, and lost his flame crest and memories.
Yeah, and
Good
then we
God.
got introduced to Way Yarukar because you could tell because he went way all the fucking time.
The fucking Elton John glasses on this motherfucker.
But yeah, no, I love this is like this the cooler Yarukar.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
It's funky fresh Yarukar.
Yeah.
Which
Nope.
you know what? This is a good time to bring it up. Have you guys noticed the show has been very budget crunch for like the last like 8 or so episodes?
No.
Think of it.
Than I do.
Well, think of it. They've just been reusing the same monsters that they had.
Don't get me fucking started. So they use the electric guitar, the acoustic guitar, fucking monsters, and their names are fucking John and
Bovi, as in like Bon Jovi.
Yeah, and then literally they do an attack that's called "It's My Life," and I'm like, that's a John Bon Jovi song. It's my life.
And then Way Yarukar uses his highway viewing ability in order to capture gasoline from all across Japan and Okinawa Island.
To make everyone listen to them sing.
When Lane and I watched that episode Raw the previous weekend, I thought that it was like Japan and Hawaii, but I looked it up. It was the mainland of Japan and also Okinawa Island.
Yeah.
Let's check Odo Island. Oh, everyone's dead.
Yeah. So the Boonboomgers go immediate champion form. It was a pretty cool thing where they use Marine to like make a water dome to block the sound from hitting them. And then sharks!
Shark attack.
But yeah, so the focus of the episode is the very touching emotions between the three-seaters as Decotarde and Itasha decide to disband the three-seaters so that Yarukar can go to high school and become the super elite he was apparently always destined to be.
Like no one ever was.
And meanwhile, Violet is fighting the Cedars and doing this fight, having no fucking idea about this emotional plot that's going on. He's just here to kill monsters.
And then Speedor shows up.
Again, completely unprompted and only here just to promote the DX Robo Universe toy line.
Oh, God. God.
Thanks.
No. Mock Robo Go On Custom. What a disaster.
Like, okay, the Go Onger crossover was alright. Like, the crossover episode was alright. The Tokuger crossover episode, I really liked it. This was just dumb.
Speedor literally shows up for no reason. He just like, hey guys, I'm here. Let's combine.
Yeah.
It's like, and Beauty's like, oh, hey, Speedor. It's like, how do you know about him? Like, how do you know about Speedor? You weren't even there when he first showed up.
Us space race cars just know each other.
So
we raced tracks together. We raced Rainbow Road together.
So like, yeah, and then Yarkar like goes off to be like, hey, be a super lead. Then he's like, no, I love my friends. And then he goes back and stays with the three seaters.
Yeah,
because Yao or whatever.
Way.
Funky Fresh.
Oh, way.
Yeah, Funky Fresh was like, all right, I'm Audi 5000, Chim Chomp Yomp. Okay.
And then we got introduced to Spindo's right-hand man.
Ran to Risk.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got a cow on his arm.
And an umbrella blast.
Yeah, he's the fucking Kingsman.
Belly blast.
He is kind of Hakaider.
He is kind of like a kiter, yeah.
Hakauder.
Cowder. There you go.
Hakauder.
Moo.
Hakau car.
No, instead of moo, it's doom. Doom. Yeah, he looks at the two monsters and he's like, be gone.
You're dead.
Yeah.
He has admin powers.
Sarah Z, I understand what you're saying. Sagito's kind of done fucking nothing since his introductory arc.
That's every Sixth Ranger recently.
Yeah. I love that, like, so the three seaters go through this whole emotional fucking journey and reunion, and like, we're the masters of fighting spirit and bluffing. Big final Hisatsu attack, and then they get absolutely shit stomped by Bundi, and then Sagito is just like, no matter what, spirit can't make up for a lack of skill. And I feel like that very much goes against what shows like this usually purport as inspirational messages. You know what I mean? Aren't like heroic shows all about the triumph of the human spirit?
Yeah.
No matter how much the odds are against you, if you never give up, you'll succeed. This feels like a complete reversal of that idea.
I kind of wish they did beat Bundi.
Yeah. Because they're not human, so it's racism. Got it.
Tashirianism.
The power of the human spirit triumphs all. You can do anything as long as you're a human and not a robot from space.
Maybe that's why Zenkaiger didn't do so well.
Exactly.
Oh, hey. The Zenkaigers are good boys and girl.
I just wanted to I just wanted to hear Ichi just fucking lose it.
Yeah, that's right, Decker. Robo-racist. I take offense to that.
Oh, Lane, don't be robo-mental.
I think you mean robo-racer.
No, I was trying to make it judgmental, but with robo.
Yeah.
Robo-mental. That doesn't sound
Robo
right.
is life, you guys.
So anyway, next week, Space Michael Jackson finally arrives.
Oh! I really hope, and like hear me out. I hope like they're fighting him, and I hope he just like dodges with moonwalking.
Fucking please!
Oh, I want that so badly.
So what you're saying is to smooth the criminal made a smooth entrance.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he just like they fire like he stops blasting, and he just does like the lean forward that fucking Michael Jackson does.
I can see them doing that.
I want it so badly.
Also, there's a sponge monster. The changer gets broken, and there's a shot of Saibu driving one of the Zords.
It's a 119.
Oh, them with their fucking helmets on and like on their normal clothes is so fucking cool.
That is upsetting. That is upsetting.
Disturbing as shit.
Well, I didn't even notice that.
Like I see that, I'm like, oh yes, but every tokusatsu cosplayer does, just buys the helmet.
Shashiro really fucking owns it because he has the suit on.
Oh, I guess he finally got Boon Blue 007 form after all.
Let's fucking go. I love it. Oh, that's sick. I love that. That's so cool.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Anyways, when are we getting the Gokaiger cameo?
Yeah, it's
probably
gotta be
for Christmas, so that
probably
we can
soon.
see the return of Gokai Christmas.
Yo, don't joke. I would love to see Gokai Christmas.
As much as I would love that to happen, Gokai Silver is absolutely not showing back up.
Well, no, but like they can still. Actually, no, he does the fusion thing.
He made it happen.
Well, but the key does exist still.
No, I don't think the key does exist because he fused red and green's key together.
I wish I never sold that figure. I had Gokai Christmas at one point. And I
Where the fuck is the renewal Gokai Christmas? That was
Oh, Kaija!
Kurisimasu! Oh.
Anyway, that will be Castranger for today, for the week.
Yeah, no, Orb's right. Spindo just hits him doing a crotch grab. That'd be the best ever. If he's based off Michael Jackson, he needs to go full Michael Jackson.
oh, the fact that he has a monkey.
Yeah, it's Bubbles.
It's Bubbles.
Bubbles the monkey.
Bundy, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Bundy?
You know what? Now, oh fuck! Now I kind of want to make the Simpsons joke. Just hey, Looney Tunes. This is Michael Jackson. It's just a picture of Wario Spindo.
You've been hit by a Shirian.
You've been hit by a smooth Yarokar.
Oh man. Anyways, power to Yarokar finding out that he had such great potential, but decided to stick with his two friends that he loves so much. So good for you, Yarokar. You're awesome.
I don't know if I want to see Planet Yarokar or not, because I don't know if I could handle seeing a whole race of them.
Is there just a giant like head Yarokar that's just a giant fucking Yarokar with like a beard?
The Yaru King.
The wise Yarokar. He's got like a staff and like a robe on with like long white hair and a beard. He's like but Yarokar.
No, the staff has to be in his mouth.
Yeah.
So when he talks, it's just all muffled and then
car.
It's like when you find out Furbus is a species and there's more.
Yeah, Furbies. we have their like, they're like tribbles from Star Trek.
Fuck. Lane, you know what I'm thinking of now? Alien Barossa from Ultraman Z.
Oh no! Oh,
how there's like thousands of them, and they're all on the same planet.
And they fucking ruined that opportunity because of other Ultraman, like from with Trigger and onwards, where like there should have been one to every single fucking Ultra series.
Yeah. So, just to explain to Ichi, there's a race of aliens.
Space Pirate Barossas.
Yeah, Space Pirate Barossas. And the joke is that they're all voiced by like different big name voice actors.
Oh, fun!
And they're a family of 10,000, and so far 3 have been killed of the 10,000.
And there's one voiced by Tomokazu Tsukita, but he kept quoting Tomokazu Seki quotes because apparently it's an inside joke that they get. They get mixed up all the time at auditions.
Yeah, no shit.
So like he just started shouting out Gokaiger references like how do you say?
Sugita shouting Gokaiger shit?
Yes.
You have to send me that clip.
Yeah, we gotta send him that episode.
Will do.
Anyways, go watch Ultraman Z. It's really, really good.
Anyways, that is Castranger for the week.
That was really fun.
Jikai, Radio Sentai Castranger. Speaking of space, next week we're talking about Osama Sentai King Oja in space.
Hey, we watched that when I came over.
Yeah,
it was cool.
I still haven't seen it yet.
It was mid. It was
alright.
That's what I think. That's what I thought.
For me, the biggest disappointment that it was just the length of a regular episode and not like a movie or a miniseries.
Yeah, it was just 20 minutes.
No. Tomokazu Seki, no. Koichi Sakamoto's busy doing wingman stuff.
Hey.
Yeah, he had a half hour.
It's okay. Asahi's in it, so that makes up for it.
Asahi's in it. The Return of King Ranger's in it.
Yeah.
Marvelous from the back.
Yeah,
definitely not marvelous.
Definitely not marvelous. And we see Prince. Good old Prince.
Backiness.
I could take or leave Prince. I don't like him that much.
I like Prince.
Although, on a relevant note, we've finally finished. Yes, the other day, Cell finished watching Kyoryuger.
Yay, and he loved it.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch Kiva next.
Ooh.
No, you gotta show him the 100-year Kyoryuger special.
I'm trying to find it. I can't find a torrent of it that has seeds.
Shit.
Find them. We must help.
Yeah.
You know where I can watch the 100 Years Kyoryuger movie? Let me know, because I gotta show it to Cell.
The Ranger formerly known as Prince.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to our current active patrons: Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Vegas, and Jackaplier. Thank you very much for supporting what we do.
Yeah.
As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, merch store, Discord, all of our cool shit. Thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. Let us know what you thought of these in the comments. Let us know what you would like us to talk about in the future. And before I say the thing at the end, what were you going to say, Gar?
I was just going to say thanks once again, ZeoAgito, for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you.
That like crossover for him to do A Friend in Need with us, I kid you not, has been like a 2-year wait.
Oh wow.
Because it was like, or not 2-year wait, but like
in the works for 2 years.
It's been the works for trying to do it, and we just never got around to it. So I'm glad that we can finally Castranger 2024, the year where we just start checking things off the list so that we can start to get to newer stuff.
Hooray.
Woo!
All right. Thank you all once again, and we will see you next week.
Stay Sentai, everyone.
Stay donuts.
Donuts.